Portugal.
Sébastien Ogier is clinging on to the rally lead here in the Algarve, just ahead of world champion Sébastien Loeb. Next up, the 22.5 kilometres of Lulay. And straight back to that fight at the front.
Sur gauche sans discorde, 50 mètres. Attention, gauche 132. Ferme 120 millions cordes.
Ogier is the picture of concentration as he searches for the balance between speed and caution. He's been the most successful driver of all time at arm's length. Is going to be the biggest challenge of his career to date. He'll be keeping an anxious eye on Loeb's split times. Rejoining Loeb in this fascinating fight between these two French stars. The world champion should be quicker again with his slightly superior grip, but how much time can he make up?
Sur gauche 120 plus long. Sur droite on discard pas corde. 100 mètres. Ciel pour gauche 110 plus. Ouvre. Allez.
4.8 seconds gained there. Seb edges closer to his compatriot.
4.8 quicker at the end. The gap's now 10.1, but you look a little bit frustrated.
I'm no, not frustrating, but it's difficult. I was on the limit everywhere, and it was fast, very fast. So 10.1, it's half of the way. It will depend of the afternoon now. So we were pushing very hard. The car is okay, good feeling. So I think we have to try.
The fight for third is still very much alive. Petter Solberg hasn't been able to repair his damaged steering arm in the road section, so he could struggle to hold on to his position here. And at the moment, there's still just 7.7 seconds between the three men fighting for the final podium spot.
There's 6 right minus Abla.
Danny Sordo, of course, has yet to finish on the podium this season, so he'll be determined to take advantage of Petter's delay. And he does just that. The Spaniard moving back into the podium positions. He's now ahead of Petter by 2.2 seconds. Kievanen is also quicker than the ailing Petter Solberg. With the Finns Championship hopes already fading, he'll also be desperate to finish in the top three. It's been another underwhelming performance from the Ford man so far this weekend. Mikko couldn't match Sordo's pace in 15, but is still only 8.2 seconds behind third. Henrik Solberg started the final morning running in a comfortable 6th place, but like his younger brother, the Norwegian has hit problems. It's a frustrating finish for the Stobart Ford man. A broken fan belt means it's retirement for Henning and co-driver Ilkka Minor, with just 3 stages left to run. One of the beneficiaries of Henning's late exit is Kimi Räikkönen. The former Ferrari F1 driver has opted for a steady approach to Portugal's notoriously challenging roads, and despite handling problems, Kimi's now up to 8th. With just 3 stages remaining then, we're set for another down-to-the-wire finish. While the fight for third is still very much alive, Solberg's problems have seen him slip to 4th, but there's still just 7.7 seconds between the 3 men fighting for third. The crews are now on their way to the service park in Faro.
I think this morning was quite normal to lose 11 seconds. It's okay. We were first on the road, so I'm happy with that. But still, we have to push until the end.
We heard that you really had to push with everything you had to close that gap. Is there an element of risk still?
It's always some risk when you drive like that, but it's a part of our job. When you do some rally, you have some time to take risk for sure. The situation for the championship would not be bad if I finish second, but when you feel that you have a chance to win, what can you do?
FIA President Jean Todt has been enjoying the action at Rally Portugal, and he also opened the safety pavilion in the service park, which was promoting the FIA's Make Roads Safe campaign, an initiative which has been recognised by the United Nations as they launch their decade of activity for road safety. So to the final pair of long stages before the super special finale, and Ogier is now just under 45 kilometres away from claiming his first ever win. After his late nightmare in New Zealand, this would be the perfect response. That feeling of disappointment will still be fresh, and Sébastien can use that to inspire him through these final stages. He begins with an advantage of just 10.1 seconds. Loeb is facing another tough fight for a win. He knows now he has another real challenger for rally victories in the future. He's already halved the gap to the leader in the opening 2 stages, but as we saw on day 2, on a swept road and with the abrasive surface tough on tyres, it's going to be a difficult task to push on the second loop.
Sur gauche, sur droite à fond, sur frein de suite pour 80 mètres, attention, gauche 120 bon.
Still plenty of scary looking drops around these valleys of the Algarve.
Et gauche 110 long tard, pour droite 120 plus rasé, ouvre, sur gauche 150, droit frein, pour droite 10 épingle.
Ogier is facing the same challenges, of course, but there are at least more even grip levels for the 2 drivers fighting for victory after the morning loop has cleared the top layer of gravel.
Gauche 108 millions. Gauche 108 millions.
Sebastian continues to put in a controlled, mature display, despite his lack of experience at this level.
Yeah, I try to push as hard as I can, but I had little engine problem on the start. I was close to stall. I don't know what happened, so I hope it's not a bad problem.
A bit of a scare in there for Ogier then. Back in the stage, the world champion fast approaching the flying finish. There's not much in this. He's faster, but only 0.6 of a second made up with just 25 kilometers left. It's going to be a tough ask for Loeb now.
I didn't lose any time. I was flat out everywhere and we are not faster. So I think my tire began to move a bit earlier than him and maybe a bit more aggressive, I don't know. But possible.
The pressure is also on Loeb's teammate Danny Sordo. Just moved up to third. He can't relax for a second as he has the experienced duo of Petter Solberg and Mikko Hirvonen still running less than 9 seconds behind. Danny and co-driver Mark Marty looking well in control at the moment though. Sordo beat Solberg in stage 15, but he lost a little time to Hirvonen. The fight for third still very much alive, as is the battle for the top spot. The 2 Sebastians are now separated by just 9.5 seconds. With 2 positions up for grabs over the final pair of stages, it's an enthralling finale in prospect. Stay with us for the final action of the Rally de Portugal.